Whether you're looking for a project that's easy to sell or you just don't want to pay those extortionate Etsy prices like I do, I've got a fantastic project for you today coming from a piece of leftover wood. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing complex, nothing expensive. But done right, this will look fantastic simply by doing a couple of simple accent pieces to it. So let's get straight into this build with this leftover piece of birch. So first of all, I need to give a shout out to friend of the channel, Martin Thorpe. Thank you ever so much for this leftover piece of beech that you had knocking around. I'm going to make sure this goes to good use. So prepping this material straight away, I know it's too thick and I want it to be roughly 2/3 for one piece and 1/3 for the other. And once I've ripped it down, it's time to put it through the planer, get it nice and smooth. The reason why I need two pieces is because this shelf's going to have a lip. It's going to go in my daughter's playroom, and I know anything that she puts on it, she's going to knock off if there's nothing there to hold it on. So let's get cracking with this build and I'll check in on you guys very shortly. Now I know they always say you can never have too many clamps, but when you've got a really awkward length build like this, the saying's really true. Sometimes you've just got to make do with what you've got. And in this case, it's simply just a bit of tape. Now luckily the long piece was nowhere near as difficult because I could clamp front to back, but on a length this big, it soon added up how many clamps you needed for a simple glue up. So as this sits in clamps drying, I'm going to move on to making some brackets. Now I've managed to find from another project this offcut. Now what I love are these curves. So if I can chop these down, I should have some ready-made curves, and then going to stick them together and try match them just so they've got exactly the same dimensions. And what I like sometimes is when you find some of these offcuts, you can use their features to your advantage. So instead of having to cut more circles, more angles, I can just adapt what I already have. And when you're looking at something so simple as two little brackets, why make a job any harder than it needs to be? Now I seem to be saying this every video, but I'm finally going to have to commit and go and do this. But I need to clean that blade because there's so much gunk on it that it's like a fire starting every single cut. And this is why I'm sticking them together, because you can see just how big that size difference is. And if you want something to sit flush to the wall, you best get it near on perfectly straight and level. Now, I'm not one to chat too much about sanding because it's boring as hell. However, I've got a top tip for you. If you've not already got one of these sanding sponges that goes on your sander, you're really missing out, because anything with a curve, a round over, a chamfer, we've all been there. We've gone a little bit too aggressive with the orbital sander and it's ruined the finish. This sponge takes some of the slack, so it means that you don't just knock out that curve. Or likewise, if you want to put a slight round over on something and it's too small to get out your router, then this will just knock that edge over a little bit more flush and keep it a bit more consistent down that entire length. And for you guys, I will leave a link in the description to these. Awesome bit of kit, just a bit of a heads up. It is an affiliate link. Doesn't cost you guys anything, but it might just put a couple of pence back into this money pit that is a YouTube channel. But that's enough for me begging for some pennies here and there. Let's get back to the build, because we need to bring this project home and then look at the amount of money that we could have saved or made if we'd have been selling this. Now the thing I'm really loving about having a drill press is the amount of control that it brings you. This thing just needs a couple of upgrades and it'll be absolutely fantastic. So watch this space, because I think that might be one of my next projects. If you want a project to look well, then you really need to make sure that everything's symmetrical. That's why I'm going to measure out where I'm going to put these brackets. Otherwise, this could end up looking like a dog's dinner. Well, I don't know about you, but glue ups are stressful at the best of times. But a one clamp glue up? At least when there's two or three, you've got pressure on multiple points to help even it out. But with just one, this thing was sliding around all over the place. Luckily, I managed to get it all set. A couple of hours later, and I was out of clamps, and it's time to get this thing finished off. Now, this is going to be a high traffic area. It's for a little 6-year-old girl to put things on, and there's going to be no delicacy in the way she treats it. So I'm going for a hard wearing finish. And for this, it's wipe on poly. I'm really starting to love this thing because it dries in about 10 minutes. That means over the course of about an hour, you can get 4 or 5 coats on, build up that protection, a quick D-nib at the end, and this thing comes out silky smooth but rock hard. What's not to love? So as I show you a couple of beauty shots of what I've made, I've done a quick bit of research and looked at the kind of thing that my wife wanted to buy for the playroom. And I'm appalled to say that some of them come in as much as £105, although to be honest, generally speaking, they were between the sort of £35 and £50 mark. But that's for one shelf. One shelf. It's absolutely unbelievable. I'll be honest with you, I think I'd be knocking this out for about 20 quid, especially for a piece of lumber that I've got for free. But what do you think? Or if you were making this, what would you sell it for in your local area? I'm always keen to know what the prices are like up and down the UK and also out there in the wider world. So that just really leads us to say one thing at this point then. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Ross, this is Fat Hog Woodworking, and I hope to see you on the next video. Have a good time in your shop.